Everyone is afraid of something. We all have a great battle to face within ourselves. It doesn't matter who you are. Even the most powerful men in the world face this great battle within themselves. But the answer is in your hands. If you don't face your fears will ruin you. Fear of staying poor forever, of reaching 30 with nothing, of not being able to pay for your sick mother's doctor's appointment, of not being able to buy a new car for your father and get rid of the old one, of not succeeding in a relationship, of failing with your own business investments. But there's an even more cruel kind of fear, the one that prevents us from trying. That makes us give up before we even start. The fear of failure, the fear of not being good enough, the fear of following your dream and having it all go wrong. How many people do you know who buried their desires because someone said, "There's no future in that"? How many rappers gave up on their beats? How many writers stopped writing? How many entrepreneurs shelved their ideas for fear of looking ridiculous? When fed, fear becomes a depressing prison that blocks our steps, sabotages our thoughts, and kills our enthusiasm. There are young people who live with a lump in their throats, feeling that they're falling behind, that they will not succeed, that they will reach the age of 30 with nothing in their hands but frustration and debt. People who have studied for years, sacrifice themselves, but live in fear of leaving university and not finding that dream job. Because the market demands experience from those who have never had a chance. Because reality is harsh. And in the midst of all this, a silent fear is born. That of disappointing their parents, of not being able to repay the sacrifices they have made. And that fear consumes them from within. There are also those who live under the weight of the fear of loving, of giving themselves, of trusting, of trying to build something with someone, and in the end, being abandoned, replaced, ignored. The fear of reliving old traumas, of getting attached and not being reciprocated, of opening your heart and finding only emptiness. That's why many people distance themselves, create barriers, hide behind phrases like, "I'm fine on my own," when in fact they're just protecting themselves from the pain they already know. And in the midst of all this, self-destructive thoughts arise. I'm not good enough. Nothing will work out for me. I'm too old to start. Everyone will laugh at me. Thoughts that seem small, but are repeated every day, silently sabotaging dreams, destroying plans, extinguishing the sparkle in the eyes. And over time, these phrases become beliefs, and beliefs become prisons. Prisons that limit, suffocate, and prevent evolution. And the truth is, the world doesn't care about your complaints. The world doesn't care if you feel pain. So don't let fear dominate you. Fear paralyzes you. It convinces you that it's better to stay where you are, that it's safer not to try, that dreaming is too dangerous. But the truth is that this safety is an illusion. Your comfort zone may seem like a shelter, but over time, it becomes a trap. Because those who don't move forward stagnate, and those who stagnate rot from the inside out. Time passes, the world changes, and those who stand still end up feeling useless, forgotten, outdated. But there is good news. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is acting despite it. It is taking the first step even with your legs shaking. It is continuing to walk even without guarantees. Because no one is sure of anything. No one knows if it will work out. But those who don't try have already failed in advance. Fear doesn't go away, but it can be faced. It can be overcome. Not all at once, but day after day, choice after choice. Face it now, because tomorrow may be too late. Face it even if no one believes in you, even if you are alone. Face it for yourself, for your parents, for your dreams, for your story. Face it because only you can write your ending. Face it because this life will not wait for you to feel ready. It goes on, and either you go along with it, or you watch it pass by from the window like someone who missed the last train.